All right, so when you first enter scientific notation in your algebra course, you're basically told that this is a useful tool when we're dealing with very big numbers or really, really small numbers. Now, at first, we just convert in and out of scientific notation to standard notation, but eventually, once you make your way through the unit, you're asked to multiply two values together. So what we're looking at is just a really big value and another really big value, and we're being asked to multiply them together, and there's a little bit of a trick. You don't have to move this decimal 6 spaces to the right, write the new number out, multiply it by this big number. We actually want to avoid having to write big values out with a bunch of zeros. So that's why we have scientific notation. Let me show you how to multiply these two together. All you need to do is take 2.2, multiply it by 5.7. And if you want to write that out on paper and do it the long way, you're more than welcome to do so. Or you could just type it out into a calculator, 2.2 times 5.7. And that's going to give you 12.54, or 12 and 54 hundredths. So now that we have that, which comes from this times this, now we need to multiply these two parts together. If we think back to our laws of exponents, 10 to the power of 6 times 10 to the power of 4, you probably can't see that. Yep, I wrote it right off the board. Let me put it off to the side. 10 to the power of 6 times 10 to the power of 4, we need to add our exponents. So this comes out to 10 to the power of 10. All right, so by multiplying these two together, we end up getting 10 to the power of 10. A lot of times what I see my students do is they're like, sweet, I'm done. I have it written in scientific notation. And to that I say, no way, Jose, because this number has to be between 1 and 10. Now this is the trick. This is the part that throws kids off. Pay close attention here. All right, this value has to be between 1 and 10. Right now it is not. It's at 12.54, which is greater than 10. So I need to take this decimal, and I actually need to put it between the 1 and the 2. Because if I can do that, 1.254, now I have a value that's between 1 and 10. But think about this. This number right here was telling me, hey, take the decimal and move it to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 spaces. But we just moved the decimal back 1 space, meaning now we have an extra wave on top of the 10 that I need to do. So I no longer am going to say times 10 to the 10th power. Because I have this extra wave right there, I need to say to the 11th power. So this would be your final answer for this problem. Let's break it down one more time. Take the front numbers, multiply them together, boom. Unfortunately, it's not between 1 and 10, so we're going to have an extra step to do after that. 10 to the 6th times 10 to the 4th creates 10 to the 10th. Move it back. Well, when I move it back 1 space, that means I need to add 1 to this value. So I move it back, put it where I want it to go, change that 10 to an 11, and life is good. Study hard and good luck on your upcoming test.